everybody, I am Rachel with Stella Rose Mercantile, and this is Becky Andrews.
Hey guys.
She owns Redbird Decor and more. She is up in Morristown, Tennessee, and she is the new DIY paint retailer up there. So if you are in Sevierville, where I used to be, and that shop closed, she is just a hop, skip, and a jump away from you guys to get all your DIY needs and everything. Also from Knoxville, just shoot right out of 11, and it is easy to get to her, and so you don't have to be hunting all over the place for it. So she is new, and I'm super excited that she's here. But I wanted to, with all the stuff going on right now with Dixie Belle and things going on outside of our brand DIY, I wanted to make sure that people had some knowledge about the differences between our paint brand and other paint brands, and because I've seen comments where people, because it says like Dixie Belle DIY furniture, and a lot of people were thinking that Dixie Belle is like the DIY clay-based paint furniture, because ours is DIY Paint Co. And I wanted to let everybody know that they are not. They are two completely different paint products. I also want everybody to know, like, the stuff that's on my page, I stand behind all of my fellow creators, my fellow retailers, and if you are somebody that is going to bully these retailers that carry Dixie Belle, that you are part of the problem. Do not bully retailers that carry Dixie Belle. Do not bully any of the people that use their products anywhere. That's not what the people in this industry are about. We truly all love one another and care for one another, and enjoy creating and bringing everybody beautiful artwork. But what I wanted people to know, because some people are confused about it being that DIY paint furniture, DIY paint is the same as other brands. I wanted people to know that it is not. And I wanted you to kind of just give you a little bit about what DIY paint is and what makes this different than anything else on the market. DIY, we have a brochure here. I do have stuff written down. I'm going to read you a little bit of it. When you go to the store, I know things are backwards. I couldn't get the little tool icon to show up for me to turn it around so that you guys can see everything, so it's straight and not backwards. But ask your retailer for this brochure here, and so it'll explain things to you a little bit, as well as we have a lot of educational cards and things like that explain stuff. And on our cards here, they have a QR code. And what I'm going to do is, after this is over, in my comment section, I am going to put take a picture of the actual QR code so that your phones can click on this. I do have these in our shops, and most of our DIY retailers do have them. If they don't, they are on the way. But I wanted you to be able to click that so you guys can, get the information from each card, and just kind of watch some videos that Debbie has worked very hard to put out. So
wonderful videos.
Yeah, they are very informative, and just, she's an amazing person to work with, and that is the owner of DIY Paint. So DIY Paint, I'm going to read this so it's just I don't miss anything or not say the right terminology and what have you not. DIY is a clay-based paint, and it is a truly unique and different from those paint brands that claim they are clay-based. DIY paint is mostly clay. Some brands put a small amount of clay in their formulas so that they can add in the paint label clay paint to their label. DIY paint has only 9 ingredients without chemicals, plastics, acrylics, or barriers. And we list all of our ingredients right on the container. Very few brands do this. And I want to show you here where we've got, this is our 8-ounce size here. And this color here is Old 57. You know, this one here is the Liquid Sunshine. This is our 16-ounce can. And this is our 32-ounce size here. But I wanted to read to you, which it says on our paint cans here. The ingredients: love, water, clay, porcelain clay, chalk, alcohol, ester as a binder, cellulose, pigments, and preservatives. And the preservative amount that is in these cans is 1/4 of 1%. It is so natural. Debbie has said in videos, this is so clean. You could eat it. I wouldn't, but you could. It has no toxic chemicals, which, to me, when you've got little kids painting and crafting and creating with your children or grandchildren, I personally would much rather have a paint that is non-toxic and my kids are playing with that versus something that may have a lot of plastics and fillers in it. So to carry on here, I wanted to finish here. It says the liquid top coat or moisture from wax can reactivate the DIY paint. Our clay base is what makes the paint so easily reactivated. When applying a top coat or wax, it is normal for a slight amount of paint to transfer to your brush. DIY paint is so highly pigmented that it does not change the finish. Use a light hand with your brush and wait 24 hours if possible to allow the paint to dry before applying a top coat. DIY paint dries fast but cures slower, allowing you a long open time for manipulation of your finish and the ability to wet distress. Once paint is fully cured, it is very durable, much like an adobe house. The adherence of DIY paint is outstanding. Our formula gives you the best of both worlds, meaning that during the long open time, you can blend, reactivate, and change your finish without sanding or starting over. It makes this mistake proof. One of the paints, pardon?
Yes.
Oh, yeah. Once the paint is sealed and cured, it is trustworthy and strong. And just so you guys know, I'm a horrible reader, and I'm dyslexic, and I suck at reading out loud. So that's why it's like choppy. I'm not a quick reader, and as I said, I hated doing it in school. But this is important to me to let everybody understand the difference between our paints and some of the other paints out on the market. And that I didn't want, because people were saying DIY paint, where it has saying Dixie Belle DIY paint, there's confusion between the two. And there's no I don't want people to be confused between the two paint brands.
They're not affiliated.
Yeah, they are not affiliated anyway, and their paints are two separate products on the market. And many painters use only a top coat use a top coat because they don't trust wax to protect their finish. With DIY paint, the wax is enough because your paint adheres so well. Yeah, you can use, this paint, you can adhere to windows, plastic, melamine, metal, walls, wood. I don't know of a surface that this paint won't stick to.
Yeah.
And we suggest pouring your top coat into a separate bowl or putting your wax on a paper plate before you begin to seal your project. DIY paint can be diluted 10-1 without separating, or you can get a beautiful texture by simply letting the paint partially dry and thicken. And with this here, I will add this in the comments, the QR code here, and it says watch the video to see how easy this is. And this, I'll have this, as I said, this QR code, and then this QR code that's also on the back of this one here, added in the links or added in the comments below so that you can see for yourself, click it and see for yourself without coming in and getting the QR code that way.
And it's a great video about how to create texture just by letting your paint dry out a little bit. I sat and watched some of it, and it's a great one. She's doing this one in the video.
Yes, these are Debbie has done this in the videos here. I also wanted to bring up Painterly paints. Painterly paint, the definition of Painterly. And Painterly paints is our new, it's DIY paint, and it is a new line within DIY paint. And Debbie wanted to find a way to get that brilliant marriage between putting an acrylic with when you would go to the store and get the high expensed acrylic paints that are acrylic paint that's just in this teeny tiny tube, and add where you would add highlights of it to your piece that you're working on for pops of just amazing color and color saturation on your pieces. And she went home and figured out a formula, and Painterly paints, the definition of Painterly is outside the rules of artistry. It's a loose non-traditional paint for anyone, and you can use it on furniture or on a canvas surface. This Painterly paint works perfect with our DIY clay-based paint. Artists back, decades, hundreds of years ago, would make their paints using simple and high-quality ingredients and the natural ingredients. Thank you. She went and grabbed some of the Painterly paints. And when they made these paints with these high-quality ingredients and natural ingredients, they would have this beautiful paint. Not this specific paint, but that's what they used to create the paint years, many, hundreds of years ago. And that they would mash up, different natural ingredients, that you would find to make that paint. And Debbie wanted to emulate that now in what we have as Painterly paints. And most paints now on the market contain plastics and acrylics and fillers to get to achieve what they want. What Debbie has done here with Painterly paints. This here Painterly paints, it dries flat, and it is also reactivated with water, and it's a perfect combination, this paint here, to marry it with our DIY clay-based paint, which is these ones here, because they blend together so easy.
They're
And
beautiful.
with clay-based paint, it literally, you can seamlessly, it goes together. As like Debbie says, these two go together like peanut butter and jelly. So, and we've got all of these in the shop here. And as I said, Becky here is the new retailer up in Morristown, Tennessee. She also has a website that she is working on. It's Redbird Decor and more.
And more.com.
.com. It's not completed yet, but that will be up there. You can find her too on Facebook as well under the same Redbird Decor and more. And she's up in Morristown, and
I'm at the Vintage Market, and that's at 1135 West Morris Boulevard in Morristown, Tennessee.
Just literally a hop, skip, and a jump away from Knoxville. And
Come and see us. It's a cool shop.
Yeah,
there's a
it's
lot of really
really
neat things
yeah,
in there. We have over 100 vendors, and it's just a great bunch of people in there. A lot of cool things.
It is, and the shop's clean. It's not some places you go and it's junky and cluttery and stuff like that. Not this one. It is beautifully and immaculately taken care of. But she has all the DIY paint up there, and she's got these cards and brochures as well for you guys to look at there. But I just wanted you guys to be able to know a little bit about the difference between our paints and some other paints, and with what's going on right now on Facebook and just in general. Some people were confused, and I wanted to set this straight between, what people were saying, because it says, Dixie Belle DIY paint. They are two separate companies, two separate, completely different products. The retailers, they're amazing people. We're all creatives, and, they've worked really, really hard with their businesses and create, as I said, just amazing things. And with what's going on in the industry, we have heard that some people, a lot of the retailers are, as I said, being bullied. And what's going on is not something that the retailers have caused. So please do not hurt any retailers, bully any retailers, or anything like that. We are all giving and loving people and care about each other. But if you guys have any questions about the paint, you can reach out to myself at the Stella Rose Mercantile. You can message me at any time, and same with Becky here. We're also both we're on Facebook as well. And if you have any other questions too, you can always reach out to Debbie Beard at Debbie's Design Diary if you have more questions about the paint or anything, as I said, in it, or how it's made. It is made here in the United States, and it is, as I said, the cleanest paint that you can find, and I absolutely love this paint. Thank you guys so much for listening. Oh, yeah.
Let's mention.
Oh, yes. We do have coming out here very soon. The DIY Cottage Colors has some new colors coming out, and I have been lucky enough to see the colors. They are on
They're
their way.
beautiful.
Yes, they are on their way.
I received mine, and they're beautiful, you guys. You have to get you're gonna want them.
Yes.
They won't be released till later this month, but they're absolutely gorgeous.
Yes, and
they knocked it out of the park on
wow.
us.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Me too.
Yeah, so.
Yeah.
And our Debbie, you will have them up at her shop. She's actually received hers. Mine are shipping. They're on the way. Yes. Yeah.
I'm just gonna sit there and wait, but I'm so excited.
Yes,
they're beautiful.
I'm super stoked.
Yeah.
And if you Jamie. They're curated by Jamie Ray from Jamie Ray Vintage, and they are put out with the DIY line. So
And they have a built-in top coat
yes,
on
they do.
these. So some people would prefer a built-in top coat, and if you prefer that, then they're wonderful paint too.
Yes.
I love both formulas.
Yes,
And
and
they work well together as
yes,
well.
yeah, actually, yeah. You'll see Jamie. She will take some of the colors and she will just dump them together to create additional colors with pinks. I don't remember which one she meant. She did. I think she had Kissing Booth or Petticoat Pink mixed with the vintage pink that we had here. Just the amazing different colors and creations and everything that you can come up with. Paint that I love that paint too.
It's
And
wonderful.
Debbie, she will joke and laugh that it's truly not a paint that you have to have all these steps for to complete. There are sometimes that she just blows the dust off of it and starts painting, and it and you wouldn't know the difference. It's a beautiful formula. I am truly thankful that I get to be part of this amazing company that offers these amazing products.
Yeah.
And just
All right.
all right, guys, if you have any questions, reach out to anybody. But thank you very much for your time, and you guys have a great evening. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.